Hi Gemini, and welcome to your bi-weekly. This is from the 16th to the 31st. How is this for the ambience? We have a chakra crystal ball. So a combination of my two favorite things. This is my chakra kind of thing that I throw it in a bathtub when I need to do it. But now let's do this Halloween ambience. So it's pre-shuffled, so let's see what we have. Page of Swords. That could be you guys. It could be a little bit of rebellious energy. It's kind of like it's attempt to kind of like find the truth of things, right? So we will see how this relates to your reading. Wow, right in the center again, I'm talking about the truth. You kind of like want certain balance, you kind of like want certain things to happen, and generally this is really good when you get it in the reading, because that means, yeah, certain things will kind of like develop, so justice will be served, and you'll be actually really happy about that. So it's being crossed with Four of Swords. Four of Swords is the time we kind of really need to think. Maybe it's going to be the time that we need to pull back and not to return the messages. Maybe kind of is the time when we're kind of leaving this justice, my karma card, to kind of work on its own, kind of figures this kind of things out. So it's not going to be too long. It's going to be a little bit certain kind of things looking on the inside. Maybe you just simply need some kind of rest. It's kind of time to relax, because looks like, because we are air signs kind of like have this extremely high energy, but we also kind of run out of energy and juices really quickly. So then we get into that, okay, now I need to recharge my battery. It's just like we are like the motor cell phones. We are all the time on it, and then we just like all of a sudden we have to keep it on a charger. So maybe now is the time to kind of, we need to get a new battery in. So the ground energy is the Fool, which is also kind of air energy, kind of like there is like this need to get uplifted. So kind of really interesting. Look at this, all of them so far are air energy. I'm a little bit worried right now, because air is good, but you know, air, just air. Are we going to be air balloon here? So ooh, the Devil, there is Earth. So you guys either met or you will meet somebody really charming, somebody really alluring, somebody really sexy. However, that somebody might not have your best interest in mind. Anybody's, just his or hers. You see, he's offering something that maybe she doesn't want, the ice cream, maybe she wants to keep in shape. He's offering him money. But the idea is like to keep them apart. Is this what you want, or do you want her? It is a temptation. Actually, this is coming from your past. Maybe you're coming out from fighting your own demons period. Maybe you're coming out with kind of trying to figure out what's needed. Maybe you were clinging onto somebody. Maybe you felt attracted to someone who kind of like just led you on. And I'm seeing this kind of combination over here, that you kind of had enough of this. This is my codependency card, and saying, you know what, I just kind of like need pullback, rest. And this is kind of a very effective way of dealing with that, because this energy needs to feed itself from the other people. It's like the black hole. It kind of sucks you right in. Many people call this love. This is not love. This is codependency. And this can actually really be passion, right? So we'll see. So let's see what is crowning you. King of Swords. Okay, that would be very similar to this justice. This could be a judge. I don't know. Are you guys dealing with some kind of legal issues? Did maybe somebody try to take money away from you? That can be seen that way. You maybe are just exhausted with everything, but at the same time happy. Maybe certain things are coming to kind of like resolution, and you're having this arms up in the air. This is a winner's kind of position. It's straight. It kind of like really puts you in a good mood right away. I simply, before I meet certain people, I have to kind of lock myself in the bathroom and just do that, just to kind of be able to stand them for a few hours. Hello, mother-in-law. So in the future, we have the Chariot. Okay, before I explain this card, let's see your emotions, Gemini. Queen of Cups, lovely. Okay, so this is what's happening. You're going, like, you're going all air, full air, and that means really you're coming to yourself. It looks like lots of signs are just like feeling this way. You are kind of winning in something, but not winning in terms, I showed you. It's kind of like you feel justified. You're fighting for something and it was hard, and it, like, you felt at moments you're not going to win. You felt tempted. Maybe it was some kind of settlement that somebody offered you less and you rejected, and you were wondering, what if did I kind of like now lost everything and not going to get this ability? And you're going to feel good about yourself. Certain things are happening. This card means facing your demons and finding a path. Any path is good, but this is saying you need to kind of reconcile different aspects of yourself, right? So if part of you wants to eat cake, another part of you wants to lose weight, right? So you have to kind of meet how you kind of handle certain issues. So this is kind of how to go forward. This can also talk about trips, kind of brief trips. This can talk about, you know, excitement. Something will be happening really fast. Everything, this is like a water card, but everything here is happening really fast and really intense. You see, swords are always, just like air sign, about thought, about spirituality, about being able to make a quick decision. But also swords are very conscientious. We need to kind of, we don't do this devil stuff, right? We kind of like don't really care that much about money. Money is important. We are not shunning money, but we are not selling our soul to money, right? And we are really able to troubleshoot things if needs to be. But this seems to be a really intense work. You're not doing this at any cost. You're doing this, like, I mean, this is also a card of morality. You kind of like want to do things that are right. So let's see the environment. We have a Queen of Wands. Guys, you are rewarded. A beautiful dating opportunity is happening. Look at that. Isn't this looking like this beautiful fairy tales? And things are happening, and she has her private dragon. Boy, this is a steamy person, male or female, guys. Somebody's coming to woo you, and these are such a good combination, especially if you're dating ladies. This is like really additional plus. For guys, it could be somebody who is maybe, if this is representing a man and not a woman, this guy could be a little bit flamboyant, like kind of like metrosexual, but still it's going to be such a fun date. And it's going to be not necessarily a date that you expect from a guy. So for example, he might take you to a pedicure or a massage salon or something like that, but for some reason this date is going to be really fun. Okie dokie, so let's see hopes and fears. There you go. You're still fearing some kind of loss. There is like still residue of it, and the key here is, like, you see, your Two of Cups is a soulmate card, and we see it here. It's not that unachievable, it's here. And look at it, this is us, air, the balloon. So stop looking into things that are gone. We are air, we have to look up. And this is the card saying, look, that negative energy is going to get balanced over here. So remember, when you, if you get into this thing, because this hope is like that you're going to find a soulmate, fear is like, oh my god, what if it doesn't work out? And this is kind of weird. Most of us go through so many disappointments that we don't even want to believe our basically eyes if something good happens. And maybe this is why this Page of Swords showed up, because you just want the right real thing this time around. So let's see, where is the trajectory? Whoa, trajectory is a love affair. Look at this, Knight of Cups. You are getting people here, And the King of Swords could be also another person coming in your life. It could be somebody, this is more or less somebody kind of like accountant or a business person who kind of has it together. It's not very romantic. You cannot kind of like go loose with this. You're Gemini. Kind of would be hard for you, but this is representing us sometimes because it takes us a while to loosen up with some people. But this can also really talk about some either schooling or, as I said, legal affair. But it could be just that type of a person coming in your life, and then maybe this type of person coming in your life where you're kind of like really reacting with tapping into these emotions. And this is confirmed here. Guys, you should enjoy it. This is the start of a beautiful, you know what they said in Casablanca? Friendship. But it's going to be much more than that. Oh, I don't need to confirm anything. Everything is really clear. You guys are going to have a blast. So let's get the answer. Ask yourself a question that you want the answer for. So I already drew the cards. And it's going to be door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3. Okay, door number 1. You have Page of Cups reversed and the stars. Well, this is basically for everybody, even for the cross watchers. So some of you are healing from possible some kind of rejection, or maybe the love offer kind of like didn't come that you expected, and you're kind of like really at this stage saying, look, you know, I maybe cannot dwell on this anymore. I have to give myself a hope. So the answer here is like, if you ask about another person, is yeah, there is a hope for this person, but I think more or less you're going to be really looking to repair yourself, and that's going to be sort of a dedication at this stage. The door number 2, wow, Page of Wands, but it's reversed. Here, the passion has left the building, unfortunately. This is overly baked, and it just cannot happen. Sorry. And the door number 3, you have the Wheel reversed. So, Wheel is an interesting card because it's one of the karma cards. And at this stage, the answer is no. But this particular wheel is, as you can see, the kitty going crazy. Wheel is spinning really fast. So just on a drop of the coin, it can turn around. So even if somebody says no, if something happens that is negative, this is not final. Because when the karma card steps in, it says, you know, you had the justice over there, especially if you are Gemini and you're asking this question, so then they're linked. That means, yeah, sometimes things will go up, sometimes things go down, and this too shall pass. So Gemini, if you're still here and you're not subscriber, please subscribe. It's actually really free, trust me. And please give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. And lastly, to get your own reading, go to www.cattarot.ca. And if you don't need a reading, please just like give me a comment and we can go from there. And if you want your daily tarot dose, I have the flavor of a day on my Facebook page, and all the links are in the description, and all the offers that I have, all the other links, so just take advantage of that. Love you, Gemini. Have great 2 weeks.